If you've ever searched how to read a volume profile or what indicators work for gold futures, this is the episode for you. In episode 1, I introduced the Asian gold method, my approach to trading micro gold futures during the Asian session. Today, I'm going to show you the two tools that form the entire foundation of that method. Together, they give me 6 key levels that define where I want to trade gold every single day, and just as importantly, where I don't. The two tools are the Firelines indicator by Rob Tovell and the New York fixed range volume profile. That's it. 2 tools, 6 levels. Let me show you how they exactly work. First, the Firelines. Now, the Firelines give me my 3 of my 6 levels each day. Now, I want to be clear. This is a paid indicator. I pay for it myself, and I have no commercial relationship with Rob Tovell. I'll leave a link to his website in the description. Level 1, the dynamic value line. This is a moving average that operates on a dynamic scale rather than a fixed horizontal level. It adjusts throughout the day as price develops. The rule is simple. If this line is sloping upward and price is above it, you favor buys. If it's sloping downward and price is below it, favor sells. I don't trade against this line, particularly on the 5-minute chart. Level 2 and 3 are the upper and lower value lines. These define the expected value area for the day, calculated from the previous day's price action. Price above the upper value line, look for buys moving away from that line. Price below the lower value line, look for sells moving away from that line. Price between the lines, expect some chop. Be cautious, but wait for confirmation. The last line is the inflection point, and it's like a pivot point. If price is below it, lean short. If price is hovering around it, expect choppy conditions. In practice, I give more weight to the upper and lower value lines, but when the inflection point lines up with other levels, that's when I play close attention. Now, the second indicator is the fixed range volume profile from New York's trading. So I draw a fixed range volume profile starting from 8:20 a.m. New York time, and that's the open of the gold pit, through to the end of that trading day. That gives me the complete volume profile picture for the New York session. From the profile, I get 3 key lines. The first one is the point of control, and I use just a purple line to mark that so I can keep my volume profile indicator off my chart. And that is where the majority of volume was traded during the New York session. And markets tend to gravitate back to this level or use it as a launching pad when price breaks away from it convincingly. The value area high and the value area low contain 70% of all the volume traded during that New York session. And when price is trading outside these levels, it signals conviction in that direction. Once New York closes, I just take a simple box and drag it across the entire volume profile range. I call that the New York profile zone. And these form key levels on my chart that I can trade away from or trade to. So putting it together, for example, in a real situation here, when I see this really dynamic move above the point of control, we've come into the value area low, moved above the point of control, we're above the dynamic value line as it starts to slope up. I can look for possible signals to trade up into the value area high from New York or even up to the inflection point. Once again, I don't want to be trading against the dynamic value line, so I wouldn't be looking for sells. That doesn't mean you can't do that, but you can. But if you were just patient and you wait, you see a similar signal, again, coming off the dynamic value line, looking up to trade into the inflection point. That's just a few examples of how I trade. So those are the 2 tools that I use to trade the Asian gold method, the Firelines indicator and the New York fixed range volume profile. In episode 3, I'll show you how I read market context at the start of each Asian session and how I set up my trading day step by step.